Hello and welcome to another episode of Rubicon Unlimited. Today we're going to continue the series with upgrading some of the lighting with some JW speaker products. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out my headlight install. We installed these new Evo J3s. They're pretty awesome. They integrate the turn signal right here in the headlight, but that leaves the question of what do you do with factory turn signal? Well, JW Speaker has the Trail 6 that easily mounts into this location. So we're going to tackle that today. Alright, so let's take a look at these things on my trusty Bushwhacker workbench here. So these are the Trail 6 and they come in a few flavors. This one specifically is the Pro, and this one has all the Bluetooth goodness. So you can actually control these lights through the JW Speaker app. Now there's another version that's worth mentioning, it's the Sport. It doesn't have that Bluetooth feature, but believe it or not, the lumens that come out of the Sport are a lot higher. So these ones here, the Pros with the amber white light switching capability, has about 611 lumens for the amber feature, and white light is about 1100, actually 1180 to be specific. Now if you decide that you don't need the amber white light specific feature and want to, just go with something a little more basic, you would look at the Sport, and the lumens on that one is 2380. So, you get quite a bit more light with the Sport. With the Pros, you get a little more functionality. In the box, we have our lights. And I've already gone ahead and done a little bit to these things. They come with the caps off, but you have a choice of which lens you want to use. So they have a clear lens, and that will pretty much give you the most spot beam. They have a flood, which I've installed here, and then they have a wide flood. So you can swap these in pretty easily, and that's really cool to have that flexibility there. They also come with some harnesses, and these are going to be bare kind of wires, so you're going to have to do a little bit of wiring. If you have an S-Pod or one of those switch controllers, this will be super easy. I'm going to actually show you how to do it, just the old school harness way. We're going to do a little bit of soldering and have a little connection there. These things are pretty robust. They're like a cast aluminum body. They're vented. You can kind of see the Bluetooth controller in there. This bracket is nice and heavy duty, but we're going to actually switch this out, and you're going to see how these things will mount to the grill. And if you're going to go that route and kind of do that turn signal mount, you're going to need this bracket here. And here is the harness that I'm going to use, and this is a pretty good one. I've already actually used it for the Sport light that I have up on the A-pillar, and it does come with a nice quick disconnect, nice weatherproof. It's about 12 feet long. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to go this route and do the same thing that I'm about to show you. Alright, quick little disclaimer. This is actually a sponsored video. JW Speaker sent me all these products, so I didn't pay for them with my own money, but I still want to show you guys what these things are all about and give you my opinions and help you install them, get them locked into this grill, get them looking good. So if you want to check out the product for yourself, I'll leave a link below. Go ahead and do that, and let's get going with this install. Okay, so first thing I wanted to get done before starting to jump onto the Jeep thing is get the wires all hooked up and soldered the way I want them. So like I said earlier, the kit comes with these bare leads and a nice little waterproof connector that'll connect to the light. So I need to solder the harness to this guy. And like I said, we've got this PrimeLux kit. It's a nice harness. It's got nice weatherproof connectors as well, and that'll come handy because when this guy's attached to the light and using the bracket that comes for the turn signal location, it'll actually prevent us from disconnecting this. So having another connector on the end here will be helpful in case we ever need to remove the grill. So that'll come with this. This is about 12 feet, and it comes with the relay, the switch, all that you'll need to have this hooked up properly. So let's get these connected. So in this kit, Again, I'm going to leave a link below in case you want to pick that up and follow along. We've got the connector that I'm going to connect to the connector. So that'll be a simple solder, black to black, red to red. And you know, you don't have to go the soldering route if you've never done that before. You can just buy some nice easy crimps, which will be a lot quicker. So go ahead and source those and do that if that's what you're comfortable with. But yeah, I'm going to get soldering, and then once these are connected, we'll move back to the Jeep, get the lights connected there, and yeah, just keep this moving along. All right, let's get at our turn signals. First things first, pop the hood. And then if you're familiar with doing this, there are 6 clips along the top. We're gonna go ahead and disconnect those and then pull the grill forward. Let's grab a flathead screwdriver, pry up the clip, and then just pull the whole thing out. Just go along and do that to all 6 of them. Now with all those clips out of the way, all we have to do is pull the grill forward. We're now in a good spot. I have a little bit of a problem here because I have a winch installed, so it hinders me from being able to pull out those final clips and take the whole thing off. But I feel like I can do this install without removing the whole thing. I mean, we're just trying to get to the turn signal here, and it's pretty close to the edge. I don't know, let's give it a shot. We're just gonna remove it, and it's so easy. There's these 2 little tabs. Just push them in, and then once they're flush, you can push the whole tab through the slot, and that is all that it takes to release the turn signal. See, these are the tabs. Just push them, slide the whole thing out. All right, so these guys ship with this very nice bracket. And this works really well if you're going to do something like mount this to the A-pillar. But for the turn signal, we actually have to take this off because we have to use their specific bracket. And it takes a 3/16, and we'll just quickly undo this. Right on. Next up, we're going to take one of our newly assembled harnesses. And this guy is going to plug in to the back here. I really like this flush mount design that they've got. Now we grab our turn signal location mounting hardware. And this fits in just like that. So it's going to replace our old bracket. And it actually does look like it has a bit of adjustment for tilt, so that's kind of cool. And you can kind of see that it does capture in the harness, which would make it very difficult to remove, which is why I went ahead and soldered this connector on in case I ever need to remove this as one unit. Alright, so now we have our new bracket on. We can go ahead and grab this plastic piece, and you'll notice that they're labeled right hand, left hand, and they're pretty much going to sit like that, and use this 10mm bolt, and it's going to go in place of our old fog light, kind of like those clips that we had to press to remove the thing. This new plastic piece is going to sandwich in there and hold in our new light. So let's go do that. Okay, so I'm just going to fish through the wire, and then we can take the light in the spot here. Helps if you twist it a bit. Alright, so now we can see that we're going to take our bracket here. It's going to fit through the slot and then line up with the slots on the JW speaker mount. Once those are in place, take our 10mm bolt. And that's really all it takes to hold that. Snug it up. Yeah, and it's home. Okay, so we got the lights put into the grill. Next we have to think about cable management. So we have this harness and we've got our connectors. I'm running one wire down the passenger side, one down the right side. That way we can meet up to the connection. And then all we have to do is connect our positive ground wire, and then our trigger wire is also going to run around the firewall and into the cab, and I'll show you where the access point is for that. All right, so this harness is running along the firewall. We got the trigger wire with our provided switch, which we're actually going to swap out, but a good switch nonetheless. It'll do the trick. We got to feed this down in that hole. See right there, you can see another Primelux cable running down in there. That's gonna allow us to put the switch near the steering wheel where we're sitting at the driver's seat. So you can start from the inside and shove like a coat hanger or anything through there, and it's right down by your gas pedal. That's where we're gonna pull our wires through, and then we're gonna run them up the dashboard. And I've got some switches already that I like to keep right here. So I'm gonna hook it up to my last switch down here, which is pretty cool. Actually like these guys, they light up. Nice little military look. It's pretty cool. I think Crooked Ridge makes this, and then I went and sourced my own switches. So I'm gonna do that, and then once it's all wired up, I'll turn them on and show you what it looks like and what this Bluetooth functionality can do. Right on, so we've attached the wire, we've cleaned it up, we've zip tied everything out of the way. Next up, we can press our grill back into place. Make sure the clips are all seated. And then, like right at the beginning, we took out these 6 clips along the top. Let's push them back in. Okay, so we got them installed, we got them on, they look good, and they defaulted to orange in my case. The amber light is actually what I'm going for, because down low here with the flood pattern, I like it for dust, for fog. This is a good spot for that. I've got enough white light, so the amber is a nice refreshing thing. But you're not constrained to just this amber light, because like I said earlier, these are Bluetooth connected, just like the headlights. So you have a bit of flexibility here to change them from white to amber, and believe it or not, you can actually change the intensity of these things. It's pretty cool. Now I did notice, it's probably because of the Bluetooth, that these things don't turn on as soon as you turn the switch on. There's probably like a second delay, whereas the Sport model up on my A-pillar, those turn on instantly. So just one thing to keep in mind. I don't know if it's that big of a deal, but anyways, worth noting. Okay, so now we're in the JW Speaker app, and this is where things get cool. You can change the light from white to amber, and you can adjust the intensity just like that. So it's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep mine on amber at 100, and this will actually retain its memory. So whatever you set here, whenever you turn them on, that's what it'll be. So that's pretty quick and easy. You don't have to worry about fumbling with the app if you don't want to. It'll just be ready to go. All right, the wind picked up again, but you know, we got through this install. These lights are looking pretty awesome. I'm super happy with them. Thanks for JW Speaker. These guys are always innovating. They're always coming up with cool stuff. You know, they're the first ones to have the turn signal built into the headlight, plug and play install. Because of that, it opened up this space for our new Trail 6 Pro lights. We got the Trail 6 Sports up there. They're all looking really good. They work well. If you haven't already checked out the install of these headlights, go ahead and do that. And you know, if you're not a subscriber, please do, because that supports the channel. I want to continue to make some more content for you guys. So subscribe, comment on this video, and if you think about picking up these lights, I'm going to leave a link in the description. Go check them out. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.